Hi, Lewis Brown. Yeah, I know you're watching. You've been subscribing me for a while. And you're not able to stop people from being able to watch your videos. So I just have something to say to you, and this is saying a lot considering some stuff that has happened that you wouldn't know about because I had to block you because you're copy striking my videos, because you're angry at the fact that I stopped playing with you because you're an absolute bully. Just you deny being a bully. That's why it's so obvious. And I'm not your only victim. So the message to you is fuck off. Now that that's over.
Yeah. Say what again? So, you want to make a Tarantino film? Well, you came to the right place. As one of the most innovative filmmakers of the 90s, he is a difficult artist.
He says while he shows footage from the film Jackie Brown, which was crap.
Replicate. But I'm confident that with these simple tips, you'll be on your way to creating your very own blood-spattered masterpiece. Before you even think about making a movie, you need to watch a few of them. And by a few, I of course mean hundreds and hundreds. You need to eat, drink, and breathe cinema. Once you have an expansive knowledge of every film ever made, it's time to start making your movie. Start by writing a script that flips whatever is traditionally associated with the genre on its head, such as a western about a black bounty hunter that takes place in the antebellum South, a World War II film starring Nazi-killing Jews, or a heist film where you never actually see the robbery. The main thing you have going for you in these scripts is the dialogue. It should be funny, witty, cool, and snappy. It doesn't have to have that much to do with the story, it just needs to be interesting. And honestly, what is more interesting to talk about than movies, TV, and music?
You've seen a movie where a car gets into some smash-up.
You know the show The Virginian?
Well, the way they pick TV shows is...
Like a Virgin's not about some sensitive girl.
Look, man, undercover cop's got to be Marlon Brando, right?
Pam Grier did the film. Christy Love was like a Pam Grier TV show without Pam Grier.
I find the whole mythology surrounding superheroes fascinating.
There's two Monroes.
No, there's not. That is Marilyn Monroe. That is Mamie Van Doren.
10 times more charming than that Arnold on Green Acres.
The script should also contain drugs.
All he did was snort some of that coke you gave him. This is Panda.
Surprise me every once in a while with pot.
Every time I buy some weed.
Black and white suits.
Which if you do...
And lots of uses of the N-word.
Every I know
Said dead storage.
What's gonna do? Pipe hitting is film.
every with that girl
Not around my
fighting
Who is the hero of your film? Well, there isn't one. Each one of your characters is an anti-hero. Even if their intentions are good, they are still violent, ruthless individuals. Who should you cast in your film? Well, the only real answer to that question is, of course, Samuel L. Jackson.
Don't be telling me about foot massages.
Tech Nine is the most popular gun in American crime.
Don't say no problem with...
Shoshana, who he come here to buy.
Next, you move into production, and this is where your encyclopedic knowledge of film comes into play. Every aspect
This was before The Hateful Eight came out.
of your film should be directly stolen from another movie.
Don't be a...
When your books are square, then you must prepare.
Four corners?
I don't like that.
And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
and I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious anger.
Hey, good looking. Be back to pick you up later.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
This some repugnant shit. This is some f***ed up repugnant shit.
So you put under pressure. Cause I left its seeds while I was.
I love the way he shows footage from Team America, which came out in 2004. And he says that, you know, Reservoir Dogs came out 12 years prior. Like, if you're gonna show the multiple things to the Wilhelm scream, you should use ones that came out before Reservoir Dogs.
The soundtrack to your movie should be a compilation of rock, pop, and hip-hop songs from the 70s and 80s. So, essentially, your uncle's mixtape.
You ever listen to K. Billy's Super Sounds in the 70s?
Cause baby love, my baby love. Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. It's a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well. I can't stop this feeling.
Once you figure out something that works, why change it? You should use the same shots over and over and over again.
Now hold on. I don't know if Tarantino wrote it, but he definitely didn't direct From Dusk Till Dawn. He merely starred in it. It was directed by... Whoops. It was directed by director of Spy Kids, Robert Rodriguez.
Feel that thing? Oh, look at her. To do anything.
Where's Brown?
And next, he got...
Her name was Vernita.
You do what you want.
Doing a bunch of gangster shit.
You blow up the joint.
A lot. Then one day, she meets this John Holmes.
You didn't fall in the ditch.
No, me and Fabian are gonna leave in the morning.
Now, stay here.
No doubt about it.
I ain't going back to jail.
I'm through, never again.
Back to the whereabouts of your two. I ain't going nowhere near that money.
You overreacted?
Put the bag on the floor, okay?
Well, apparently that's where your wife is.
I'm in Hermosa Beach. Yeah.
His ass has got to be from Wisconsin.
You ain't got no problem, Jules.
Wirklich?
I was amazed.
What good is a movie without violence? And what good is violence without buckets of blood exploding in every direction? No one wants to just hear a gunshot. They want to see the person being murdered burst into a crimson wave of gore. And finally, the last thing you need to make a movie on par with a Tarantino film is... constantly shoot your actresses' feet. And that's it. Follow these simple instructions and you'll be on your...
The other side, Tarantino's foot fetish, which... Okay, I understand now that bit from Dusk Till Dawn. I haven't seen the film, by the way, but I'm gonna guess that's it. Of Tarantino with a foot in his mouth, literally. Well, I knew of the foot fetish sort of meme before I watched any of his films, but when I came around to watching them, there wasn't really that many. Other than, like, Kill Bill.
YouTube Premium gives you ad-free...
By the way, I've seen all the films except for Death Proof, I think it's called. I have seen 300, Watchmen, Man of Steel, Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and Batman v Superman.
So, you want to make a Zack Snyder film? Well, you came to the right place. As a director who has reinvented what comic book movies look like, he is a difficult filmmaker to imitate. But I am very confident that with these simple tips, you will be on your way to creating your very own slow-motion masterpiece. First, you have to decide what book you would like to adapt to the big screen. It can be a full novel or a comic book, but it needs to be someone else's writing. You need to choose your material as if you had the mind of a 13-year-old boy. Here are 3 questions you should ask yourself. Number 1, does it have boobs in it?
Thought about Moloch's story.
It wasn't much.
Number 2, does your film have heroes with perfect physique murdering lots of people? And number 3, does it contain any sort of CG scenery that can be easily destroyed?
Here's the thing about Zack Snyder's films. They're all based off, like, stuff that is considered the best comics to ever exist, like 300 and Watchmen, and Sin City. Or, sorry, no, he didn't do Sin City. But, you know, he does, like, Frank Miller, Alan Moore, and all them. Two people considered the greatest comic writers of all time. So, that's really the only thing that makes a Zack Snyder film good, that he's doing the best comics ever. I haven't read Watchmen, so I don't know when I have to go help my mum unpack the car because she's home from shopping. So everything's, unpacked and all that. And what happened is basically that bit from the end of the British crime film video, where it's from a film called Sexy Beast, where the main character, Ben Kingsley, he's like, "Oh no, don't you effing start, no, effing no, you make it look alright, see." That's basically my parents arguing just then. For the Tarantino film part, there's a quote from him that I really like. I didn't go to film school, I went to films. Just thought you'd like to know that.
If the answer is yes to all 3 of those, then make that movie. You know what looks good? Slow motion fight scenes. Actually, you know what looks even better? Gory slow motion fight scenes. What am I talking about? You don't need a fight scene. You can film anything in slow motion.
Hurricane wind.
Now, the majority of your film is going to be fight scenes. In between those fight scenes, you need to create some sort of tension between your characters. You can do that by making one of them almost get raped.
Oh, that's good. That's it? Is that it?
So
Or make something happen that causes them to scream directly at the camera. Suck the life out of your images. It's too much work to create scenes that are legitimately intense on their own. Make sure that every shot is desaturated to the point of barely being color photography. And that's it. Follow these simple instructions and you'll be on your way.
one thing and one thing only: killing Nazis.
So, you want to make a Brad Pitt?
I have seen 7, Fight Club, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Inglourious Bastards, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the episode of Friends he was in, Burn After Reading, and that's all I'm going to say for now.
Oh, Well, you came to the right place. Being a critically acclaimed artist, winning the Sexiest Man Alive award multiple times, and having married Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie is a pretty high bar to meet. But if you can reach it, you can make films where you are basically portrayed as Jesus.
Life doesn't mean much to anyone. It seems yours might mean a lot to a whole lot of people.
Confidence is key. When you walk into a scene, make sure your presence is known. If other people are in the scene with you, make sure you jostle them and joke around. Maybe even throw some fake punches and laugh. It doesn't matter if the people you are laughing with know why they're laughing, you just have to be confident enough that they follow along. You're going to need to laugh a lot. At weird times, and at things that aren't really very funny.
Don't say he's not gonna do it.
One of the most important things about making a Brad Pitt movie is to do everything you do in the most fucking badass way possible. Hanging up your coat? Make it cool. Dancing in your car? Make it really cool. Eating a burger? Make it the slickest fucking burger eating to ever occur. Speaking of eating, oral fixation is essential. Chewing, slurping, biting, nibbling, sipping, scarfing, crunching, and gnawing is your largest tool in your battle to be an A-list actor.
Never thought they must have had about.
I do not understand how Brad Pitt makes eating look so cool.
50.
Hey, what about me?
Sweetheart, will you pass the salt?
Well, maybe we can.
Built a wall and a goldfish.
Accessible system I've seen, but it's...
Boys have a nice trip.
We got 5 exteriors. The whole house.
We can't tell the whole.
Okay. Libby's...
I said the words general man.
Goodbye, Dad.
$250 million. What is this?
How do you choose your roles? Well, all you have to do is ask yourself this very simple question. Will I look like a badass when I kill someone as this character?
I forgot to mention I've also seen Snatch.
I think this just might be my masterpiece.
Now, a great way to add flair into your characters is to give them an accent. Unfortunately, although you might try many different accents, you can never really land one.
Is there no one else? That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die. That morning, I was not yet a vampire.
His accent in Glorious Bastards is fine. His Snatch is a problem. You can't even tell if he's doing his natural accent, an English accent, or an Irish accent.
And I saw my last sunrise.
See, this is an unfair advantage. You got too much metal going here.
I told you. I warned you. 7, but I look a lot older.
And that's it. Follow these very simple instructions and...
Far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
So, you want to make a Martin Scorsese film? Well, you came to the right place. Trying to make a picture like the master himself is a difficult task, but I am confident that with these simple tips, you will be on your way to making your very own Rolling Stones-filled classic.
Disappearing, Nikki's name was in every one of those newspapers.
When you're making a Scorsese picture, you're not just making a movie, you are making art. But not a student film art house piece. I'm talking about something artistic enough to be intelligent, but also stay mainstream. It's a delicate balance, so listen carefully. First off, you're gonna need to grab your trusty Leonardo DiCaprio.
Your mother must be a wonderful woman. Look clean to you.
The hell you boys smoking over there?
Or Robert De Niro.
You love someone, you've got to trust them.
Talking to me?
Already read them.
Yeah, Louis Cafe Bazaar.
These guys are your Swiss Army knife of cast members. They can look and act like anyone. Then just sprinkle in some of your Italian regulars.
Oh, are you afraid? Tell me.
Tell me what's funny.
The first time I ever saw you guys together.
A blonde leading lady.
Yeah, it was an up-and-coming fight. What's wrong, Daddy?
Some good people working for us.
Really freaking me out right now. Just a friend of mine. I was trying to help.
And your parents. I want to be with you. And you're good to go. Now this brings us to the script. The term original content is such an ambiguous word that gets thrown around a lot these days. It's best if you pull your story directly from the pages of real life, or at least from the pages of someone else's book.
This is what I mean when I say that, when I was talking about how hypocritical Scorsese is when he says that, when he made his dumbass comments about the MCU. I know it's biased calling him dumbass, but you get the point. Most, if not all of his films are based off books.
Nothing will get asses in seats more than a film that profits from the glorification of real-life criminals. It's like stealing candy from a baby, or at least making a movie about a guy who does. One of the last acceptable racisms is the Italian stereotype. Take advantage of that. Give your characters hot tempers.
What a Greek tragedy, honey! Oh my God!
How the f*** am I funny? What the f*** is so funny about me?
You never even loved me in the first place. I need eyes in the back of my
Mother f***ing what? You f***ing piece of
Make them amazing cooks.
Oh, that's the flavor.
Gonna fry up before dinner just as an appetizer.
Don't overcook it. Overcook it's no good.
Pretty much everyone should kiss each other.
doesn't Peter Marie.
And don't forget, they must be religious.
Hey, rise. Oh, Father, how you doing?
You can give generously to the church.
For the Lord crushes the wicked.
Not worthy to drink your blood.
Like Hitchcock before him, Scorsese appears in many of his films. Follow his example so your face will be more widely known.
How you doing, King? Everything all right? Some right, Father. You know who lives there? And everything we had. Well, let's go. Ready for a few more minutes, let's go.
Once you're on set, the most important thing to do is to keep the film raw. You want to make sure you're capturing the most real and powerful takes, even if that means not cutting when actors look directly at the camera, or when the camera ends up in the shots.
I checked with Miss Long.
What could I use you for?
Some great tools you can use if your movie isn't making any sense in post-production are freeze frames.
My name is Jordan Belfort. But after a while...
Voiceover.
I don't want to be a product of my environment.
Paulie didn't talk to 6 people.
Well, there's not much of a difference anyway, is there?
Especially that the bosses made the Teamsters lend him the money. Are working their magic on Donnie right now.
Finally, you should use your movies to take out your pent-up aggression that is deep inside of you, most likely from several years of cocaine usage. You can do this by including massive amounts of drugs,
Jonah Hill snorted so much fake cocaine on The Wolf of Wall Street that he actually went to the hospital.
domestic violence,
Wake up, you piece of shit.
people being shot at point-blank range, and an exuberant amount of words.
This that
Your mother sucks fucking big fucking elephant dick.
I forgot to mention Zack Snyder films. I like 300, like Watchmen, like Man of Steel. Don't like Batman v Superman, and I like Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League. As for Martin Scorsese, I've seen Taxi Driver, didn't like it. Goodfellas, liked it. Whoops. The Departed, liked it. Wolf of Wall Street, liked it. And The Irishman, liked it. I'm also planning on seeing Gangs of New York.
And that's it. Follow these simple instructions and you'll be on your way to creating your very own
So now we're going to do Foot of a Fair. He did this series called A Brief History where he talks fast and he he does like one take, so he messes up. He'll keep that in the video, of him like quickly talking about the history of certain things. I'm gonna do mainly YouTubers, and then I'm gonna do like a sort of where are they now section, because most of these came out around 2013.
Set, go. January 1st, 2007, two nerdy brothers, John and Hank Green, launch a video project called
Bye Bye Vlog Brothers. It's one of those channels I hate. And there are two types of channels I hate. Channels I hate for no reason, channels I hate for a reason. I remember hating, maybe not the Vlog Brothers, but just John Green for a reason. I just don't remember what it is.
Brotherhood 2.0. Inspired by Zay Frank, Brotherhood 2.0 is an ambitious. Brotherhood 2.0 is an ambitious online video project in which the Green brothers would give up all forms of textual communication for a year. Their only source of communication for this year would be their daily YouTube videos. The younger Green brother Hank helped garner plenty of attention to this project through his now classic video/song about Harry Potter entitled Accio Deathly Hallows. After the Brotherhood 2.0 year came to a close, the brothers chose to continue making video blogs, and as the quantity of their videos increased, so did the quantity of their viewers and their inside jokes. Seriously, there are too many inside jokes in Nerdfighteria. But who's complaining? With their newfound popularity, the Vlog Brothers started multiple new projects like the Nerdfighter Community, the Nerdfighter Blurbing Book Club, and
Yeah, the name for Vlog Brother fan base is Nerdfighter for some reason. I don't understand that, considering like most different, the Vlog Brothers and their fans are nerds, but they want to fight nerds. I don't understand that.
Interesting of all, the Project for Awesome. The Project for Awesome was a day in which a bunch of people would hack the YouTube algorithms to make all the videos on the front page of the site be about charity instead of cats and Miley Cyrus. It was a huge success and has become an annual YouTube event raising hundreds of thousands of dollars for different charitable causes. The Vlog Brothers have become incredibly popular and influential on the tubes, inspiring countless young vloggers everywhere, including this guy whose voice you're hearing right now. They gained some serious accolades in 2010 when they created and organized the first ever VidCon, which, as the name would imply, is like a Comic-Con, but for YouTubers. Over the past couple of years, the brothers Green have started
I know VidCon is crap.
multiple other channels, including Hank's channel, Hank Games, their educational channel,
Well, sorry. It was unnecessary. It shouldn't have existed in the first place, but it exists, so I am so sorry. Excuse me. Since it exists anyway, might as well go, but no, it's crap.
Show and Crash Course, and Hank's Brain Crack Come True, The Lizzie Bennett Diaries, which, for those of you who don't know, is the story of Pride and Prejudice told through the medium of video blogging. Since the beginning of their YouTube career, Hank, along with his video making and his CEOing of the company EcoGeek, has co-founded a record label, released 3 albums of his own, one of which charted on Billboard, and has just been doing all the things. And John Green has written multiple New York Times best-selling books, such as Looking for Alaska, and more recently, The Fault in Our Stars. A few months ago, the Vlog Brothers...
It's possible that The Fault in Our Stars is the reason why I do not like John Green. I don't understand why I didn't like John Green for the fact that he wrote a book. Maybe it's the fact that this YouTuber's writing books. And the fact it got turned into a film.
Formed to a sold-out Carnegie Hall in what they called an Evening of Awesome. This event included special guests like the Mountain Goats and freaking Neil Gaiman. It was a perfect way to celebrate 6 years of Nerdfighteria. As of today, the Vlog Brothers have uploaded over 1,000 videos to their main channel alone, and they show no signs of stopping, and let's hope they never do. I'll see you in a week, guys. DFTBA.
John Green is now 44. Since the release of Fault in Our Stars, he has written one book. Yeah. Written one book. I don't know what he's done more recently than that one book. Like maybe he's focusing on adaptions of stuff. Whatever. John is now 41. As for the channel itself, or any of the side channels, 17 hours ago, but it seems to be mainly Hank. Most popular videos 12, 13 years ago.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief...
You and your love.
I don't know why TikTok has Arabic text next to it, considering it's a Chinese app, but whatever.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, Charlie McDonald. Hi. Hello. Hi. Ready, set, allons-y. Bath, Somerset, England, 2007. A young man named Charlie McDonald sets up a YouTube channel and begins posting video blogs under the username Charlie is so cool like. Charlie's vlogs were simple, silly, and heavily inspired by the Vlogbrothers, and if you don't know who the Vlogbrothers are, click here to find out. Yeah. The young Brit's YouTube career first began to take off when he was ironically featured on the front page of YouTube for his video, How to Get Featured on YouTube. I see what they did there. In 2008, Charlie reached 25,000 subscribers, and to celebrate, he asked his viewers to send him suggestions for his new series called Challenge Charlie, which was essentially him...
That's another thing you need to learn about this guy. He constantly likes to add in random sound effects or sort of like, quote, sing for certain bits, and all that.
Doing really stupid things for our entertainment.
Hello, I'm Charlie's red hair.
Also, another thing you need to learn, I have no interest in watching vlogbloggers. I've never watched vlogbloggers. Same goes for Charlie.
Notable challenge Charlies include the Purple Man, the Hoedown Throwdown, and drinking ketchup.
It will harm your innards, and I don't know, I can't speak words.
Since his beginnings, Charlie has both started and taken part in multiple projects. He's been in multiple other projects, such as Chartjackers, 5 Awesome Guys, and his side channel, Charlie Is So Bored Like. In addition to being a YouTuber, Charlie is also a musician. He has released music as a solo artist, as a member of the now disbanded Sons of Admirals, and as a part of the band Chameleon Circuit.
This is Chameleon Circuit.
Which, for those of you who don't know, is an alternative rock band that plays songs about the British sci-fi sensation Doctor Who. Allons-y. They've released 2 albums and are the founders of the Time Lord rock movement.
Oh my God, he's wearing a vest. Oh my God, he's wearing...
Music, apparently, having a guy hitting the same bit on the drum over and over again while having a couple of guys saying, oh my God, he's wearing a fez over and over again. I hate the fact I'm associated with these people by the fact that I'm also a fan of Doctor Who. I wouldn't make a band about it.
Charlie hit 1 million I said it again! Charlie hit 1 million subscribers in 2011, being the first person in the UK to do so, and I could not think of anything else to write about that, so moving on to late 2012, when Charlie went through what he called his YouTube midlife crisis, during which he uploaded a video every single day for a week, and it was amazing. A few months later, he released a video entitled I'm Scared, in which he admitted to his viewers that he was terrified of people disliking his content, and by extent, disliking him. This video elicited multiple video responses from the likes of Hank Green, Michael Aranda, Wheezy Waiter, and Dan Brown, serving as a perfect example of just how close-knit the YouTube community really is. Recently, a spiritual sequel to I'm Scared was released entitled I'm Excited, where a much more uppity Charlie talked about getting past his fear as well as announcing his plans for the future. At the 3rd annual VidCon, Charlie attempted something pretty crazy.
I'm not going to be taking off my pants this year.
Sorry. He sat at a booth all day long for 2 days and met as many people as he possibly could, and while some may say that sounds easy, Charlie has said that it was actually incredibly draining and he felt pretty sick by the 2nd day, but despite all that, he stuck it through.
I don't understand how people would think that sitting in the same place, right, doing, like that for 48 hours straight is easy.
In the end, he met one...
So either those people are idiots, or this guy's lying.
1,589 people in 2 days. Charlie now operates out of London, England, where he lives with his fellow YouTuber Alex Day in a house that the two of them bought off of the backs of their YouTube careers. Which I only mention because it is absolutely mental. Today, Charlie McDonald has become one of the most popular and praised YouTubers of all time. John Green even went as far as to say that, quote, Charlie McDonald is the most charismatic and talented young person in the United Kingdom, and when he visits America, he is, for the duration of his stay, the most talented young person in America, too. And it's pretty hard to argue with that, especially when you see that he's got over 1.9 million subscribers to back it up. And that's all I got for you this week, guys. DFTBA.
You've just had the almost
imponderable joy of watching
Foot of a Ferret.
which makes you like cool.
Isn't that magical?
Charlie is now 31. Last video was last year. He created a show. It's a Quibi original. Quibi is this short-lived streaming service that was trying to come out for years and then eventually came out in the middle of the pandemic. But they wanted it to be different from other streaming services, and they wanted their shows to be different. So they decided to make all their shows 10 minutes an episode, which didn't work well because I seen the first episode of the reboot of The Fugitive, mainly because Kiefer Sutherland's in it, and the first 9 minutes and 59 seconds is crap. Nothing happens. $14 years, 10 years.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, Smosh. Ready, set, shut up! November something 2005. Two teenagers from California named Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla start posting videos on this lovely video sharing website called YouTube because
Ian and I were super bored.
they named their channel Smosh after Anthony's misunderstanding of the word mosh. You know, that's why mosh pit, smosh pit. Get it? I get it. Their early videos consisted of the two teens lip-syncing to the popular TV theme songs of their youth, such as Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Foremost among these videos was their video for the Pokemon theme song thing. This video blew up in a way no one would or could have ever imagined. Not long after the video was uploaded, it gained over 24.7 million views, making it, at that time, the most viewed YouTube video ever. However, after about 6 months of holding the #1 spot, the video was removed from the website due to copyright claim. The Pokemon video's success inspired Ian and Anthony to go beyond the realm of the lip-sync video in favor of comedy sketches, which is what they've stuck to this day. Since 2006, Smosh has released hundreds of videos and started multiple series such as the If Blank Was Real series, the How-To series,
I'm here to show you how to become a police officer. Let's go. Get up.
and their longest-running series, Food Battle. Every year, Ian and Anthony will pit their favorite foods against each other in order to see which food can perform the most common household tasks. And eventually, one of them will die, only to somehow come back to life the next year so they can do it again.
And I know it's true because I read it in a YouTube comment.
Smosh's popularity grew rapidly, eventually making them the #1 most subscribed to channel on YouTube. They didn't hold this position for long, though, eventually being passed by people like Fred and later Ray William Johnson. Why? In addition to their main Smosh channel, Ian and Anthony have started multiple other YouTube side projects. The first of these side projects was called Ian H, which was originally Ian Hecox's personal channel, but eventually turned into the official Smosh side channel. Second channel. Whatever. I don't care. Moving on. Other Smosh side channels include Anthony's personal channel, the no longer active Ask Charlie, Shut Up Cartoons, their Spanish overdub channel El Smosh, and their newest edition, Smosh Games. Smosh has also become a bit of a marketing giant over the past few years, thanks to a merch store that includes shirts, bobbleheads, 3 full-length albums, and even more.
How many new shirts are there? Like 300?
More like 4 new shirts, idiot!
In January 2013, Smosh regained their spot at the top of the most subscribed list on YouTube with over 8 million subscribers, beating out Ray William Johnson. Thank God. Also, during that month, they hit the milestone of 2 billion total video views on their main channel. Not bad for a couple of bored teens from Cali. They've just continued to be consistent and awesome with the content that they create, and that is the perfect formula for success. I'll see you in a week, guys. DFTBA.
If only that was still the formula for success. But anyway, where are they now? Ian and Anthony are in their 30s. All other members are in their mid-20s, I think. Obviously, Anthony left. Ian remains. And just look to see how many members there are now. Look at that! Like, who are these people, right? I recognize the guy at the top. I forget his name. Noah. That's his name. I don't recognize the second guy. Or the third girl. I recognize Ian. I recognize Keith. I recognize Courtney. I don't recognize the third last girl. And the last two I recognize, Olivia. I think her name is. Yeah, Olivia and Shane. So, Ian, Keith, Noah, Olivia, Courtney, Shane, Damien, Matthew, Kimmy, Jacqueline, Amanda, Effie. Oh, these are Smosh games. Anyway. Yeah, I just... too many people. And they're still making videos. After 15 years. We started a video 13 years ago. 8, 9, 10. Here's the thing. They were fine at the start. But it just came... And despite the fact the content was still the same around the point that this video came out, it just wasn't the same because they were in their mid-20s. And they were trying to appeal to... They're still trying to have the humor that they had back in their teens, trying to appeal to kids, despite the fact their content was not for kids. But now, Ian is in his 30s, and he's still trying to do it. It just does not work, even with the other members. Also, that banner, they're trying to copy Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Don't you dare try and copy Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
You started with a K-pop dance tutorial, and now you're a Blackpink superfan. Catch...
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, Zay Frank. Ready, set, holy crap! March 2001, a man named Zay sent an online birthday invite of his own creation to 17 of his closest friends. This invite was called How to Dance Properly and was comprised of short looping clips of Zay dancing in the room. This invite was called How to Dance Properly and was comprised of short looping clips of Zay dancing. The webpage was then forwarded over and over, eventually drawing millions of views every day. This newfound popularity led Zay to begin expanding this website to include videos, flash games, animations, and interactive projects. As the website continued to gain popularity, Zay began to receive multiple accolades, such as a Webby Award in 2002 and a small feature spot in Time magazine in 2005. On March 17th, 2006, Zay began his now legendary series, The Show with Zay Frank, which was an ambitious project in which Zay uploaded a video every single weekday for a year, and I feel like I've said this all before. The show continued Zay's fascination with online social interaction through projects like Earth Sandwich, Young Me Now Me, Songs You Already Know, and Ray.
I'm about to whip somebody's...
The show with Zay Frank was quite literally the birth of modern-day video blogging, but unfortunately, when the end of the show's year came, March 17th, 2007, Zay chose not to continue to make videos and virtually dropped off the face of YouTube for years. It was around that time that a slew of new vloggers arose, all of which cite Zay as their main...
Yeah, here's the thing, right? Zay Frank led to the Vlog Brawlers, which led to... I'm just going to make all this stuff up, but it feels like this is true. Like, I'm not going to do the research yourself, but I'm willing to bet the stuff I say will end up being true. Vlog Brawlers inspired, like, Tyler Oakley inspired...
influence.
Zay Frank, Zay Frank, Zay Frank, Zay Frank, Zay Frank,
Zay Frank.
Zay Frank.
That one was me. But then, on February 27th, 2012, Zay came back to announce his new show that he described as
Same, but different.
a mindset perfectly exemplified by the name of this series, A Show with Zay Frank, a title that is basically the same as The Show with Zay Frank, but, you know, slightly different. Since beginning a show, Zay has once again accomplished many amazing things with the help of his viewers. In January 2013, the Santa Cruz Museum of Art and History held an event called the Zay Frank Weekend.
Zay Frank Weekend!
The Zay Frank
See, just like, what was the point of that?
Weekend was an event which showcased all of the products of a show, such as the life jacket, the face wall, and the finishing stamp. Side note, I don't think Zay Frank has bones or organs. I think his body is literally just a skin sack made to contain thousands of brilliant ideas. Anyways, gushing aside, the finishing stamp is a self-explanatory yet incredibly genius idea. I know I'm still gushing a little bit, I can't help it, I'm talking about Zay Frank.
My script! It's in the wrong place!
To see a finishing stamp serve its purpose, watch any recent video from Charlie Is So Cool Like. At the end of each video, you will see this. In 2012, Zay uploaded a video called True Facts About the Hedgehog. Now, I tell you the exact date of when it was uploaded, but it seems that the video has been deleted due to copyright claim. Oh, copyright law. We all hate you. Seemingly just a silly one-off, the True Facts format went insanely viral, eventually being turned into its own series. But unfortunately, the popularity of the True Facts series has come at the cost of a show. Recently, virtually all of Zay Frank's videos have either been episodes of True Facts or videos similar in style, and as a result, there have only been 2 episodes of a show uploaded in the past 2 or 3 months. Today, Zay Frank is revered as the father of modern-day video blogging, as well as one of the best at it, and vlogs or not, I know for a fact that I'm gonna enjoy anything he uploads. I just miss those eyebrows. Hey guys, thank you for watching my brief history of Zay Frank video.
Zay Frank is now 49. Oh, I didn't finish. I had to pause the video because my mum came on, because eventually we're going to go out to get some stuff for school because I'm coming back. I forgot to talk about that as well, but let me just finish my first thing. So Tyler Oakley inspired Dan Hoyle, who inspired like Superwoman, who inspired all the current people. So you have like you had Suella, who all those people, then Jake Paul, and that's basically it now. Whoops. That's the story of what happened. So when I got my results, I got an A, 4 B's, 2 C's, and 2 C stars. I didn't expect it to be that good. Like, I passed everything. So it's just crazy that happened. So I got the letter saying that I can come back, which has always been a yes ever since day one. Ever since start of year out. Initially, I did want to go to college / university, but in the summer of 2017, in between year 8 and 9, I got politically active and I realized how, crap universities are now. Like, universities are supposed to encourage independent thought, especially politically, but now they just teach you biased politics. So I'm definitely not going to university. So as for subjects for A levels, I wanted to do RE media and digital technology, but digital technology is not a A-level subject. They have either OCN ICT or OCR ICT. I forget which one. So I wanted to pick that, but it's in the same block as media, and media is a definite. So they said, you can book an interview to sort of work out a compromise, which they made it sound like it would be possible for me to do ICT and media at the same time, but I'll get into that later. So the interview was for 11:45. We left, we got lunch and all, we came back, and we sat there, and the teacher was half an hour late. She came at 12:15. But anyway, basically what she said was, you cannot do both, you have to pick one. Right, okay, so I'll do media, and as a third subject I'll do English Lit. And she said, it's the RE teacher, it's Mr. Brad, right? So I know I don't think you do well with them because they're all written, they're all exams, no coursework, which I'm fine with. I think I prefer exams to coursework. Like, I broke down the exams and you did well. Someone's gone up the stairs again. Straight, I'll just continue. She's like, when we were doing the RE exam, she sort of split it up into multiple sections, but she worded it as if she wouldn't do that for me, but she did it for full class. Said, you worked well with that. You didn't work so well when it was all at once, so I don't think you should do those. Instead, don't do RE, do moving image arts. Yeah, I didn't do it at GCSE. Doesn't matter, you can still do it. I'll think about it, I'll do research and all. And I've picked it. Like, my fate is now sealed, basically. So go to St. Colin Bannis every couple of mornings. I don't know anyone in St. Colin Bannis. Yeah. The last save rank video was 4 weeks ago, still doing true facts. 12 years ago. 8 years ago.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode, PewDiePie! Ready, set, go! April 29th, 2010, a Swedish man named Felix joins YouTube armed with a webcam, some video games, and a very strange voice.
How's it going, man? My name
Felix named his YouTube channel and you thought foot of affair it was weird. The PewDie of PewDiePie comes from the interjections pew and die, which Felix would frequently yell out while playing his video games, and the pie comes from his enjoyment of said baked good blah 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 and boring people let's keep going. Originally an aspiring artist, Felix became inspired by the Let's Players of the day to begin posting video game playthroughs on his YouTube channel. Now the thing about most Let's Players is that they are gamers first and content creators second. Their goal is to be a human strategy guide, but that's not what PewDiePie turned out to be.
Not true. There are basically two types. Let's Players and walkthroughs. Right, you see a game. Most people will say let's play walkthrough, but that's stupid. Because you can't do both. Because a walkthrough is professional, let's play is most likely blind. Right? Also, Felix isn't the first person to do this.
Pewds played multiple video games on his channel, but it was his horror game playthroughs that gained him the majority of his initial popularity. And if you're wondering why that is, well, oh no! Yeah.
He's so funny because he forces his comedy.
Felix's popularity grew insanely fast over the span of only a couple of years, and as he continued to make videos, themes began to develop, becoming PewDiePie trademarks. One of these trademarks is the trend of creating characters out of inanimate objects in the games he plays. Characters such as Stefano, Piggy, and Jennifer from the Amnesia series. And as with any big YouTuber, PewDiePie's videos contain a wide variety of inside jokes, namely barrels.
Barrels! What are you doing? Get me out! Oh, barrels! 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 What? I can't touch you, Barrel. Destroy all the barrels! Destroy all the barrels! Barrel! That's how I roll!
Some of Felix's most popular playthroughs include Amnesia Dark Descent, Happy Wheels, and The Walking Dead, but he has also played numerous other games on his channel, such as Slender and Kingdom Hearts. In 2011, Felix started a new vlog show called Fridays with PewDiePie. On the FWP show, Felix talks to his bros, opens fan mail, and addresses any updates or news relating to his channel. Speaking of which, Felix has multiple channels to go along with his main PewDiePie channel, but unfortunately updates on these channels range from rare to non-existent. Interesting, but slightly unrelated tidbit, Felix won the King of the Web contest in 2012 and gave all of his monetary winnings to charity. Aww. Today PewDiePie has over 12,000 videos. Not 12,000, that'd be stupid! Today, PewDiePie has uploaded over 1,200 videos and has over 6 million subscribers, putting him at the number 7 spot on the most subscribed list. He also did a Harlem Shake, but shh, let's not talk about that. This is my whispery voice. Hello. Hey guys, thank you for watching my brief...
I knew that was going to happen. I should have warned you. Whoops, sorry. Anyway, Felix is now 32. And he's the most popular one because one, he's 110 million, and two, he keeps on reinventing himself because he had that beard phase where he had like those two children attacking him. Then there was like the meme review, then T-Series, then Last of Us 2. Now he's just basically a Reddit YouTuber. Whoops. God's sake. 10 years ago. No, for... Two years ago, 5 years ago, 8 years ago. Now I have to go all the way back.
Hello and welcome to another episode of A Brief History. Today's episode... Ready, set, go! June 5th, 2007, a young bearded man with a beard named Craig Benzine uploaded his first video blog to YouTube. He dubbed his channel Wheezy Waiter because A, he is an asthmatic, and 3, at the time he worked as a waiter. After having spent 2 days off of work watching nothing but Zay Frank, Craig began to channel his hatred of being a waiter into some very entertaining video blogs that hardly anyone watched. In fact, a year and a half after his first video, Craig had uploaded over 100 videos to an audience of only 32 subscribers. This didn't bother Craig, though, as he continued to make videos and finally began to gain popularity. In 2010, Craig really took on the Zay Frank initiative and made a video almost every day for an entire year, and how many more times am I gonna have to say that? This was the year when Craig's popularity This was the year when Craig's popularity really This was the year when Craig's popularity really began to take off, being plugged and referenced by the likes of Charlie McDonald, the Vlog Brothers, Mitchell Davis and Kyle Seibert of Live Lava Live, Dan Brown, and my future wife, Mika Kitty, who's actually the person from whom I learned about the Bearded Wonder. Of course, it would be impossible to talk about Wheezy Waiter without mentioning his inside jokes. Over his time talking to a camera, Craig has made inside jokes out of just about everything. Coffee, bagels, bananas, handstands, eagles, and Aunt Judy, juggling, breathing, and even...
I've never seen any of his videos, but does he just go like, "Hey guys, bagel," and like his audience just laughs? Like, wow.
More. Despite his average man persona, Craig's living quarters, which have varied not once, not twice, but thrice, are similar to that of the inside of the Doctor's TARDIS, boasting a cloning machine, a time machine, an alligator pit, a sky bank, and a whale tank. That rhymes. His videos contain so many inside jokes that I would even go as far as to say that Wheezy Waiter could rival all of Nerdfighteria in terms of sheer number of inside jokes. I don't mean anything bad to Nerdfighters about that. I'm a Nerdfighter myself. Please don't kill me! Also in 2010, Craig was made a team captain of Rhett and Link's Supernote competition. Despite having less subscribers than any other team captain, Craig's team Beard still beat out the competition and took home the...
And the fact that he's asthmatic.
Iron Lung, which I don't have because I'm out of breath. In addition to his main channel, Craig also has a daily vlog channel, an iPhone channel, a gaming channel, and a side channel for his new project called The Good Stuff, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. Aside from his videos, Craig is also a musician. He has fronted a rock band called Driftless Pony Club for over a decade, and partially thanks to his YouTube success, Craig and his friends finally got some recognition and signed to DFTBA Records. Also outside of the video realm, Craig appeared in Dan Dobie's 2013 YouTube documentary called Please Subscribe, along with Mitchell Davis, Dan Brown, Hannah Hart, Daily Grace, Mystery Guitar Man, The Will of DC, and that other guy whose name I do not know. In 2013, Craig announced that he was working on a quote-unquote secret project that was later titled The...
I think that other guy whose name he doesn't remember is C-Nanners, the Gmod YouTuber.
Good Stuff. The Good Stuff will be a new series made by Wheezy and Friends in which there will be a playlist of videos released every week centering around a specific topic. The first week of The Good Stuff was all about origins and included guests such as Craig's mom and Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill!
Over the years, Craig has continued doing what he
No comment.
to do in the way he loves to do it. But as he's kept going over the years, his life has changed, and by that I mean his life has gotten better and better, causing a change in comedic style. In his early videos, Craig was slightly cynical.
My kids are dead.
He was always talking about something that annoyed him. His jokes centered around making fun of celebrities, how much he hated being a waiter, and his own loneliness. But nowadays, Craig has his dream job, a wonderful girlfriend named China, and he has gained a newfound respect for the successful. And even though he may not be in the top 10 most subscribed, he has still left a very large impact on the internet. Like if you ever see a YouTuber wink and that wink makes a ding noise, or if you ever hear a YouTuber use the phrase doobly-doo, that all comes straight from Wheezy Waiter. That is his creation. Well, that's about it. Only one thing left to do now.
Everybody dance now! Bum, 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 bum.
Nope, not doing that. Anyway, he is now 41. Last upload was recently. Come on. There you go. 20 hours ago. Like, his views are actually doing pretty good. Like, he's one of those, I did this YouTubers. His most popular video was in, I did this thing 2 years ago. 14 years ago.